Hey everyone, welcome! My name's Quill, and this is episode 1 of my Vintage Story Let's Play. I've only ever played on peaceful mode. This is my first time playing with aggressive enemies, so that should be pretty interesting. If you've never heard of Vintage Story, it's a hardcore survival sandbox game with a deep crafting system, rich exploration, and immersive gameplay mechanics. It's definitely geared more towards adults than that other block game. If you're a veteran player, I'd love to hear your tips and advice down in the comments. Just please don't spoil anything. I want to experience this world for the first time right alongside you guys. If you enjoy the video and want to follow the journey, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribed. It really helps out the channel. Alright, let's get things going. I have played a little bit of the early game stuff, not a lot. I know how to beat like just the very first few bits of the game. So I'll be able to explain some things, but not others. Like the crafting system in this game, you can't just put stuff in your crafting menu and slap it together, and I'll show you that when we get to it. Basically, you kind of actually have to make stuff. If you've ever watched videos on like how old civilizations would like chisel out their stone tools and stuff like that, you have to do that. Oh, copper this early? Wow. That's lucky. If you find copper, lead, I've never found lead on the surface. Weird. So let's go like this. You can mark stuff on your map by hitting M, and then you right click anywhere on the map. In this case, I'm doing it right where I'm standing. So I'm going to right click like that, and then you can choose you can choose out of these symbols down here. And since it's a mining thing, I picked the pickaxe, and lead is gray, so I'll go like that. And then I will change this up here to say lead. And then there, we got a little gray pickaxe on there so that we know and see. You hover over it and it'll say the coordinates and what it is. And then additionally, we're going to come right over here where we found that copper. And we'll mark the copper too, because when we get a pickaxe, we can come back. If you find copper on the surface, there's always copper below it. Holy moly! Clay. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. You go to your flint down here, and then you crouch and right click, and it'll bring up this little menu, and you can choose between some of your basic stone tools. They have arrowheads, an axe head, a hoe for farming, a knife blade, a shovel, and spearheads. The first 3 tools I think you should always make are the knife blade, the axe head, and the shovel head. And that'll get you by in the beginning of the game. Also, so this is I forget what it's, napping, that's what it's called. This is called napping, and you can see how everything is separated into pixels here like this. You chip it out. And if you want, you can hold the Alt button and it'll freeze your screen but free up your cursor so that it just makes it a little easier to do this. So you should make a knife blade, you should make an axe head, and a shovel head. And then the way you make stuff is you put your stick in the crafting grid, and then your knife blade, and see there, flint knife, and then axe head, and you get a flint axe. And I need another stick to finish my thing, to finish my my shovel. Eventually you're able to start hunting animals before too long, but initially you just end up living off the land. But I need to find some reeds and some more sticks. You can get sticks by breaking branches. And then there's my shovel. Oh, I need to find some reeds so I can make some baskets, because you'll notice I don't have an inventory, and that's because these 4 slots down here, they're your expandable inventory slots. You can put different things as you progress through the game. The first thing is hand baskets. That's all I've ever discovered. I know there's more after that, but we'll get there. But you make hand baskets with reeds. Reeds are usually found by bodies of water. I'd be willing to bet this way. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the forest because wolves live in the forest, and the animals in this game are no joke. Here we go. Cattails. Cattails are what you can buy. Or not buy. Get. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that for now. You need 10 reeds, I think it is, to make a basket. Cattail roots are also a good emergency food source, but if you dig them up, then they don't grow back. So it's a trade-off. If I was to spawn in a map with like a ton of them, I might grab some, but I haven't seen a whole lot, so I'm not gonna take them. I can always come back. Alright. And so then you just go like this. And that'll make a hand basket, and you put the basket down here, and see that opens up 3 spots in your inventory. And now I will probably dig up these roots now that I have some space, so that I can replant them wherever I end up settling down at. Our only goals today are to get our basic tools, which we've started now, get some food, and try to build a little shelter before nightfall. You do not want to be outside at night in this game. Not until you're ready, anyway. I know I'm a pretty new player to this game, but I will say for someone who's brand new to this game, it has a very, very good player handbook. You just have to press H, and it'll bring up everything you need. Literally everything you need. Also, this game is slower paced than that other block game, so I'm sorry if you get a little bored. But I'm not gonna cut out the boring stuff. Maybe in the future, if you guys desperately want me to, but I'm also learning how to edit, so at some point I will start that, but I'm one of those people that I'm ready to just start doing stuff, so I just wanted to put this out there. My videos will get better as I go. I hope, anyway. Mushrooms are a good food source in this game. The way you can tell if they're good or not is they will say by the tooltip down there, it'll say minus HP when eaten, and that's how you know that they're poisonous. This one does not say that, so it's a good food source. In the beginning of the game, you want to gather any food that you can find. Mushrooms, berries, wild crops. There's wild crops in this game. We have some seeds already because we were lucky enough to run across some wild crops, so we'll be able to oh, that's lucky. I don't usually find these things at all. I've never found this. There's a lot of stuff right here in the beginning in this map. Oops. Okay, so now that I have my... This is as big as I can get my inventory for right now. Till later on in the game. Till I figure out how to do some of the progression stuff. So I'm just going to gather a few more reeds, enough to make one basket. And then we're going to go back out there to the area where we started by. And I like that area for making a base. Because this game, you don't just reset your spawn point by sleeping in a bed like you do in the other one. So it is beneficial to, at least when you first start out, to make a temporary shelter close to the spawn point. I gotta get out of these woods before it gets dark. I'll come back in the morning and get some more reeds. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and build our base. The temporary shelter, we'll go ahead and build it just right out here. Oh God. Already. Awesome. That was a bear. I don't want to turn around because he'll kill me. I just need to make him forget about me. Yep, I messed up. I'm not the best at this game, so but we'll get it figured out. Wait. Sorry guys. I'll get the light on here in a second. Again, my apologies, guys. I'm gonna have something up here in just a few seconds, and we'll get a fire lit so we can see a little bit better. This game is not like that other game. Torches, when placed on a wall, have like a 45-minute time limit, I think. Right now I'm just cutting some grass so I can make a bed. The bed will allow me to sleep through the night, but like I said, it doesn't reset your spawn point. You can hold a torch in your offhand, but holding stuff in your offhand does make you more hungry. So just make sure you're wise about that in the early game when your food resources are limited. Oh, please don't nothing attack me. Whoa, I stood up into my fire. Oh well, anyway. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish digging some dirt so that I can finish my shelter, and then we'll see what we do from there. Can't wait to get past stone tools. You can jump so far in this game, it's crazy. One more. Hey. Okay. And then I think we'll make a quick door for my little dirt hut here, and we'll call that a good episode. You guys can tell me what I should do in the next episode, if anything, and you can tell me if you guys want them to be any longer or shorter, for that matter. Yeah, I really want you guys to be involved with this, hopefully. So hopefully I hear some feedback, at least a little bit. Yeah, okay. So I think we'll call that good, yeah. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like and subscribe, and feel free to leave any comments and thoughts you might have. Thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Quill. This has been episode 1 of my Vintage Story Let's Play. Thank you very much.